Okay, next I'm going to show you custom feeds. This is part 2 of the tutorial. I'm guessing you're just coming back from the first video. I'm going to show you custom feeds. So instead of just having to discover the following tabs, you can go in this feed section here on the left and you can look for anything you might be interested in. So for example, like Microsoft, there might be one about. Okay, yeah, Microsoft, there's one here. So this is about Microsoft 365, Azure, Windows. And then you can see these are all posts about Microsoft things and you can just reply to them and stuff. There's also, I think, I mean, I'm just showing techie things, but I think there's a Moss feed, which is funny. Moss. Yeah, that's the one. It's just Moss pictures from anyone who posts them. Some of these are algorithmic, some of them are just regexes, which is just regular expressions. Um, so like and some of them just follow hashtags. So like here, picks up hashtag Moss Monday and stuff. That's just an example. I think there's also one for like nature photography, if I can actually get this right. Yeah, nature photography. Need all just nature things. So these can be quite fun, and I'm going to show you now how you can make your own. So most people use this thing called skyfeed because you don't need to know how to code or anything. So you're just going to leave this as bsky.social because if you're new, then that's just the default. Go to your profile, and if I'd recommend just copying and pasting this in because it can be hard to do without like the dots and stuff if you're not used to it. Paste that in. App password. I need to show you how to do this. So app passwords are a way to log into third-party apps and clients without using your actual password, and you can like revoke them at any time if you don't want like certain things to have access to your account anymore. So just go to settings and then scroll down to advanced, and it says app passwords here. Add one, and I know I'm going to be showing this, but I'm going to have deleted this by the time this video is published, so you won't be able to sign in or whatever. I'm just going to call this Sky Feed. You can allow it access to your DMs or not, but I'm not going to because Skype doesn't even have them. So create app password, copy this. Actually, might just blur it so I keep the feed running. Actually, wait, the feed will run, I think. Well, I'm not sure. Well, just copy this app password and then come back in here and paste it in the app password box, and then press continue. And here you go. This is just your regular feed, which you'll see on Bluesky. Now, if you go to feed builder here on the left, you can press create your first feed. I'm going to call, what should we do? How about we do like how about we do like a guitar one, just because I've got my guitar near me. I'll just call it guitar feed. So the input is the entire network. So this is every single post from the amount of however long you choose to do. I'm going to say every post in the last week. Remove the item if it is a reply. I'm going to remove that so it shows the replies in the feed. But you could change that if you want. And then regex is the words it looks out for. If you have a dot plus, then it's going to have the words together like this. Like all these you can see here, these are all just hello world. But they need to be lowercase if you're going to do a dot plus thingy in the middle. So for now, let's just start filling in keywords, I guess, like guitar. Oh yeah, if you want to add several, you've got to add this little thing here. This little thing here. Right there, that little thing. I think on Windows keyboards, it's right next to the shift button. I'm on a Mac and it's like on the right side of the keyboard. So I'm going to do like acoustic guitar, dot plus guitar, electric, dot plus guitar, bass, guitar. What else could we do? Could do like guitar amplifier, guitar amp. Then as you can see here, it's starting to fill up our thing about with like things about guitars. And if you want this to be English only, so or like whatever language you choose, you could add a block and do remove if language, where is it? Language is not equals to English. So this would do its best job to try and filter out things which aren't English. And as you see here, these are all English posts. So you could just like reply to these new pedal playing guitar. These are all just different people's posts. So this is another really good way of finding posts which you want to find and look at and interact with people, because sometimes the following and the current way how Bluesky is set up, it can be hard to find people. So the target is post text. This is just everything in the post. Image alt text. That's the text that people can add to images for people who use screen readers or anything. So if you do this, then it will look for these words in alt text. And link is just there's like a link attached. It will look for these words in the link URL. Invert means it will look for any post that doesn't include these. So I'd recommend doing that if you want to remove like swear words or certain words from it. You can just add another block of a input and then invert it, and it will just remove it all. Case sensitive was what it sounds like. So if I only want ones where it's all in lowercase like this, then it's just going to remove all the ones which has like guitar and uppercase and stuff. Sort by creation date, I'd recommend doing this because it's more like a feed going down. See, this is from a minute ago, 6 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. But you can do it by HN ranking, which means it's like by popularity. The higher the gravity equals more recent posts. So lower down could be like further back, because this is obviously everything from the past week. So this is from a day ago. But you can have this be like 4.0, and then this will be really recent things. See, like 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. And these are all guitar things. And these are like the more popular ones based on likes. Like I said, I just like doing creation date descending, so it's more like a feed going down, which you can scroll through and refresh and stuff. There's some other things you can do, like remove a list of users. This is really good. You can create lists on Bluesky of like spammers. So if we go over here and go to lists, you can create a new one and call it like spammers. And then you can do people who spam my feeds and save it. And then you can just add people to this. For example, if I want to remove my main account and say my main account's spamming the feed, I can add it to a list. Spammers, he's done there. And then if we just refresh Skyfeed, we can do your list spammers, and then it's going to remove all my posts from here. So if I ever said anything about guitars, they're just not going to show up in here anymore because I'm technically like muted from the list. So there's a bunch of other things you can do, and this is all quite easy to use, to be honest. So you can remove duplicate posts in case you've added so many filters that they start coming in like together. You can remove certain things, like if you want a feed that's only images, if the image count is 0, then it's only going to show ones with images, which you can do if you want. You can remove if they've got like a certain amount of URLs or not, based on a certain amount of likes on the post. Ones I like is labels. So Bluesky labels is going to be a whole separate video, but it's like a moderation thing. So if you go to settings and go up to moderation, we can look through here, and the Bluesky official moderation service thing, you come subscribe to it automatically, and you can choose what you want to see here. But you can paste in the DID thing here, which you can get from a thing called clearsky.app, and then you can just type in anyone's user and get their DID, which is the thing that I showed you earlier. So if we just do it on my main quickly, that's the DID of my main account, and then you can just do it for the moderation services by typing in their handles there. But this is just the one of the Bluesky moderation service. It comes like that with default. And we can just copy and paste in these. So if I want to hide people who have like adult content, paste in that, and then press add. And it will start removing that. You could really filter these and fine tune it to make it exactly how you want. So if I want to remove spammers, which I don't do myself, and you can do this, and all their posts will get removed. So you can just keep doing this until you've got like a really nice feed, and then these are just going to be people you can interact with. So I'd say, and then you need to, this is the important part. Once you finish doing this, press publish feed and then give it a description. This will be visible to everyone. So I'm just going to say feed about guitars, and then just leave the license as normal, and then press publish. And then this will be done, and then go back to your profile. If you go to feeds, here it is, guitar feed, I just made that. And then this is all the posts in the reverse chronological order that we just saw that we made on Skyfeed. There's lots of other tools you can use, like blueskyfeedscreator.com, and there's a few others, but this is definitely my favorite. If you go to feeds here, you can, well, if we go back on hours, you can favorite it and pin it to home. Now you can see it's up here, and then you can just see this and refresh it when there's new ones. And this is another great way of finding content. That's everything for this quick episode. My next one's going to be about moderation, which we kind of looked into here. But I'll see you in the next one.